Okay, I thought we could do, um, the state fair or the county fair, the rides that they have. And they also have them at the rodeo, but I don't know if they have them as extensive as a fair, and especially a state fair, which is established place and, nothing else happens there. Unlike county fairs, they'll take them up and take them down. So anyway, we'll kind of go through them. And no, I haven't memorized them, but you'll recognize most of them. And what's fun about the rides is there are going to be a lot of classifiers and like you're acting it out. So unlike the food, where if it's kind of a weird food, you're going to have to spell it. So this is a little bit different. Now, I mean, if you want a specific one and say, oh, have you ridden that one? So this one, and it has a tower. So we're going to have this tall tower, and it's something that you ride up, right? And they say that you ride up it. I don't think you just look at it. I think you do go around and ride it. But so that's if something's got a tall tower on it and you ride it. And then of course we did Ferris wheel because it's also the sign for fair, but it's also a Ferris wheel. And if you want to just do one, but this is fair, and this also Ferris wheel because that's where they get the sign for fair. Okay, then on some of the like Six Flags or the state fairs, they'll have like those, like those ski lift things. They're not a ski lift, but it's enclosed. What's it called? They have them in different countries. But anyway, so here's your, the wire or where these little cabins, hang down, and then you ride it. So transportation usually gets you from one side to the next, but it's also a ride because you can look down, so it's not a scary ride. So you can do it like that, like a skyway. And then of course a carousel. And carousel you always take the little kids on, but sometimes older kids like it too. It's just fun, it's safe, it's slow. And so you have the horses, and so I would do all the horses and then you ride it. But it's, you can say fake horses so people won't think, oh, there's got a horse ride there. So you can say fake horse, and then you can da 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 da, right? You think in your mind about the music, but it's the ride going around and around and around. So you can do that and go around. So like I said, you're kind of acting it out. And then of course, a park or a fair wouldn't be without a water log. So you could do the water ride. So you could do the water, and then you all get in. You all get in like a chair, get in, and then you, right? So those are those. Now here's some, we'll do some of the scary ones, like that chair swing, where it has like in the middle, and then it has, where they have, some chain, and then you're in a chair, and then you go out, and then you go around and around and around. Yeah, that's pretty scary. And so if you haven't gotten sick from your fair food, then you might do it with the rides. So, what's another one? So the ones that, there's always the rides that kind of, you start out this way and you go around, and then it goes up, and then it goes at an angle, and it goes faster and faster and faster and faster. I don't know the names of these rides, but that's what they do. And so that's how you would describe, go, have you gone that one? No, 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 no. I just recently ate or whatever. So, and then of course a roller coaster. And so that would be when you get in the chair and you all back out, or you could even do, you get in the chair and then you have the cars back up, right? And then you're on a roller coaster. But I wouldn't do a roller coaster this way, just because it's easier with one hand instead of all the cars, unless you're trying to describe someone in the back or the people in the front. So otherwise I probably wouldn't do that roller coaster. See, it's just a classifier, and you're just however you're going, because you go da 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 da, and it's really slow, and you're talking with your friends, and you get to the top, and you get to see down, and then shoom, right, and everybody screams. So it's fun. So what else? And then they do have the large slide where you have to, they may have an elevator now, I don't know, but when I was a kid, you had to climb up and climb up and climb up and climb up and climb up, and then you have like this burlap bag, and then you put it on top of the slide, and it's, it's a super slide, and you go down. So a slide would be, but if it's a super slide, right? So you have to make sure that you do it accurately, not just the slide, but it's the super slide. And then what are there's really some scary ones where, where one's going around this way and the other one's going around this way like that. And you're going upside down. I didn't like those because the blood goes to your head. And then here's one I haven't been on because I've been riding the rides, but there was one, and it's in a circle. And so everybody stands in the circle on the edge, and you hold on, it hangs on to you, and then it just goes around really fast. It's got this, and so you're trying to stay put, but you're going around in this circle really fast. So it's this big circle, and everyone, you can say standing, and then after you got them standing, you're all around in this circle, and then you hang on. They have you hang on, and then it just goes faster and faster. And I may go up and down, but then that force, forces you, that air, that you're stuck to the edge of that. So you're just, so that's how the rides go. So they're fairly simple in that sense, and they're kind of fun to reenact. Let's see. I think I got most of them, and there's always one. And if you're in the bumper cars, you're in the cars, and then here's your classifier. So you're in the car, and you got your classifiers, right? You can do that, and I always practice with my, with the noises, so that I can, get the whole thing in my mind. And then you can just, when you're, like if you were around the deaf and hearing people, you don't want to really do all that. So you would, the bumper cars, or you can do this or this, right? So there's different ways to do bumper cars. Either you got your vehicle this way and you're bumping into it, or you just show that you're bumping into it, or you could do this way where you're driving, boom, 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 boom. So you could do all those different ways. And then, the little cars, the go-kart, and you're racing, and you do this. So those are the fun ways that you can do it. And kind of just, it seems like guys are better at the driving thing, because I like to, a lot of women are more safe, and I'm so scared, I don't want to have a wreck. And guys are a little bit more adventuresome, and they can actually sign it a little bit better than women, or from my experience, from what I'm seeing. So anyway, I'm looking at all the other rides, and they're all kind of the same, where they have you come out and they swing out. I hate that where this like, and you get further and further out, so you're at an angle. So you're sitting there, and you're at this angle, and you're going way up in the air like that. So, and I don't know, I was on a Ferris wheel one time, this was years ago, and the chairs were flipped over, so you were upside down, and it was like, oh no, so you're hanging on, and it was kind of stuck at the bottom. I don't know what was going on, but I was at the top upside down. That was not fun. That was not part of the ride. I don't know why we stopped like that. So there's lots of different rides to go, but they're all basically the same. And so I was trying to look if there was any one of them that were different. And I think, the tower, when it goes up, I don't know if it goes around, but I think it goes down really fast. Like you go up, da da da, you can talk with your friends, and then you get up there and shoom. And I don't know if it goes out, swings out. I think it just goes straight down, because it's like you're falling, and so that's what the scary part is. So that's what they do. So make sure that you set it up, like if it's the cars that are going. I always think of like of a ski thing, but I don't think it's called a ski lift, but it helps you travel from one place to the next if it's got hills and things like that. And so they'll have those rides to get you from one side of the park to the next. But it's a ride, but it's one of those ones that you can sit and just look at everything. So that's kind of nice. So, but there's a lot of ones that kind of go at an angle, and I guess and going really fast, that they do. So I think that's pretty much the fair rides. I mean, they may have them in different um, combinations or a little bit variation, but they're all basically the same. They want you to have a kind of like that thrill and to go on it again. And of course, roller coasters are more popular. But now let's go back to the roller coaster. So I'm showing you 3 different ways. So when you get into the car and then you have all these different cars, right? So I would do it like this because they are like that instead of like this, right? The cars. And then you can go like that, especially if you're in the front or in the back, and if you want to talk to someone, oh, and there was someone that threw up and they were sitting in the back and got on all, something like that. You could tell that kind of story. Or you could just do the roller coaster, that way with your hand. I don't know that I would use this as our vehicle per se, just because it's just, they're different. They usually have, I think 4 that go in there. I think they're different. You can have more people or less people that are in the car. But you still have to, hold on and, have to make sure someone's a certain height so they won't fall through. I don't know if they have seat belts on there or not now. So just work with these classifiers. What does it look like? Is it like this, or you're in a, like this, or when you're in the roller coaster, they're all like this, and then you want to do this, and my hair, and whatever. Someone threw up, and then if you've got the ride where you've got this, and they have the strings, and then you go around like that, and go, and you get higher and higher. And of course, then the horse carousel. So, like I said, some of those are fairly simple, and they're kind of fun to, what does it look like? What does it feel like? And then you can tell the story that way, where you had so much fun, or everybody was screaming, we had our hands up, and someone threw up, or then I heard someone crying. You could say crying, or they're just bawling their eyes out. Maybe some child was just screaming and crying, or however you wanted to do the crying part, and they were only on the carousel going around. So because they do go up and down and up and down and up and down, and then you have the different animals, but most of the time you associate it with the horses, and that they go up and down and around. And you could say, oh, I was on the horse, and they were on the elephant, and they were on, whatever other, a hippo, or whatever other animal that they were on, and we were all, and because they go up and down as they go around. And you could do that different ways. You could do, because it's an animal, but that's a vehicle, or you could still do, they go up and down as they go around. Something like that. That's what I would do, because it's not a fixed way to do something when you do classifiers, or when you are showing someone those kinds of things and those kinds of rides. So, but definitely your own experience where, oh, it goes in the big circle, and we all stood up, right against it. And so that we're all, and then we're waiting and waiting. And then we go, we're going around and around and around and around, and it's faster and faster and faster, And then when it stops, woo, you're dizzy, right? Dizzy. And other rides are kind of like that too. So kind of think about it, and just kind of, recreate it in your mind, and so you can show people, oh, have you gone on that? Or they have a new ride, and this is what it does, and my kids loved it, or whatever. So have fun with it, and so we'll continue with this fair whole theme. So anyway, so we've done the food, and now we've done the fair rides. And so, oh, let's see what we can see tomorrow, next time. All right, have fun practicing. Bye.